Rainbow Dash blacks out the Superbowl by Coltsguy. Well, this happened.
Come on, Twilight! I said no, Dash. Why not? Because it's dangerous.
The back and forth between Twilight and Rainbow Dash had been going on for the past 5 minutes at the library. Rainbow Dash had taken Twilight aside during the Super Bowl halftime show and asked about seeing the game in Pony instead of watching it there with the rest of the guests. Twilight wasn't exactly on board with this suggestion, since trips to Earth were not only difficult, but monitored carefully. Celestia wasn't quite sure yet if humanity was ready for contact with her beloved ponies. She did, however, let her little ponies observe mankind. The one most qualified to approach this task was her faithful student, Twilight Sparkle. As such, she taught her the ancient spell required to watch the world of humans. Twilight felt that it would be easier to get an honest cross-section of different ponies and judge their reaction. Namely, her friends would be ideal. What ended up happening is that they became a little too enthusiastic over certain things. That was especially true in Rainbow Dash's case. She had become obsessed with sports. Soccer, baseball, hockey and basketball were among the different sports she watched. However, nothing was quite as entertaining to her as football. And now, with the Super Bowl in full swing, she was in full obsession mode. She had dragged all her friends over to watch the Super Bowl at Twilight's place since she couldn't host it at her place. However, it wasn't good enough. She couldn't take it anymore. She had to watch the game in person.
I'll be really careful, I promise! But we'll both get in really big trouble! Twilight, Rainbow Dash, you're missing it! Beyoncé just got back together with the rest of Destiny Child!
Exclaimed an excited Pinkie Pie.
Come on, Dash, I'm missing the halftime show! You wouldn't be missing it if we were there!
Rainbow Dash said slyly.
Fine! Yeah! Let's go upstairs when no one else will catch us doing this!
The two of them snuck behind the rest of her friends as well as Spike, Discord, the princesses and, for some unknown reason, Trixie. She still couldn't believe the assortment of people in her home watching the game. As the two of them kept moving, she couldn't help but think of how glad she was Discord and Pinkie were somehow providing their own food. She'd seen the two of them go through way too much food to be for one pony, let alone the 10 ponies that probably could have eaten what they did. As the two of them arrived upstairs, Twilight closed the door to her room behind her so that no pony could hear them.
Alright, Rainbow Dash, let me concentrate. This is going to take a great deal of magic in order for it to work. Oh, this is going to be so exciting!
Twilight concentrated for a few minutes while she tried to gather her thoughts to send them both to Earth. She knew she had the magic ready to go. However, the spell to get them there was very complex.
Come on, Twilight, this is taking too long! This is really hard, you know. It's not going to be quick and easy to perform.
As Rainbow Dash huffed and went silent once more, Twilight concentrated on her spell again. Another few minutes went by and finally she was ready.
There we go. Ready, Rainbow Dash? Of course I'm ready!
With a flash of light, the two of them vanished. They quickly reappeared at the place they wanted to be, the Superdome. Well...
What the hey, Twilight? We're in the parking lot! I know that. I wasn't about to teleport us inside the place where some pony might see us. We're not supposed to let the humans know about us yet. I guess that's true,
said Dash in a huff.
I guess I'll go grab a cloud and watch from the sky.
With that, Rainbow Dash sped off into the sky and searched for a good cloud for her to watch from. There wasn't much to choose from as the sky was almost completely clear. She looked all over and finally found a cloud that was good enough for her to use. She then quickly sped back to the arena and plopped down on the cloud just above the rim to see the action.
Alright, I hope I didn't miss anything.
She looked at the scoreboard. It read 28-6 in favor of Baltimore with just over a minute of time gone by on the clock.
Oh come on, I finally get here and I miss a big play already? That is just great!
She emphasized her disappointment by stomping on the cloud. Said cloud didn't like that and promptly discharged a small bolt of lightning into the lights. Nothing seemed to happen for a few seconds. Then, half of the lights in the stadium went out. Needless to say, Rainbow Dash started to freak out a little.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh!
She quickly bolted from the cloud and flew as fast as she could to where Twilight had been. When she didn't see her, she looked around frantically for a few seconds before spotting her in the bed of a pickup truck that had a good view of a screen that someone had set up in the parking lot.
Twilight!
She yelled as she sped over to her. Upon hearing her name, Twilight reflexively ducked down into the pickup. Rainbow Dash flew down and landed beside her in the truck.
We need to go, Twilight! Why? I agree that the power outage is a bit odd, but it's not really a reason. I know! I forgot to bring my foam finger. Yeah, that's it. I need that to really root for my team. Come on! You forgot your foam finger?
Twilight deadpanned.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Twilight, being the smart pony she is, put two and two together fairly quickly.
Rainbow Dash, did you cause the power outage? What? No, I just thought it would be a good time to do it now. Rainbow Dash?
Twilight said with increasing volume.
Alright, it was me. It was an accident. I told you this was a bad idea. We're leaving now. Alright.
Dash sat with her head hanging low. A few more minutes later and the two of them had returned to the library.
I hope you learned your lesson, Dash.
Rainbow Dash merely mumbled a bit and started out of the room. With Twilight following behind her, the two quickly descended the stairs and were met by the stern eyes of Princess Celestia.
And just where have you two ponies been?
It would be several days until the fates of Twilight and Rainbow Dash had been discovered by any pony outside of the library. But that, my friends, is a tale for another day.
We here at Pony&Wolf Productions thank these amazing patrons of ours for their monthly support, without which all of this would not be possible. We sincerely appreciate it, and every dollar helps, is needed, and will be used to keep us going to produce audiobooks for your continued enjoyment. It is, now more than ever, important that you support your favorite creators if possible, due to YouTube changing in a way that is not very friendly to content creators. Especially small content creators, like us. In recent months, the names you see on screen have enabled Midnight and Visual Pony to keep going and only having to sell off part of their belongings to not end up on the street. As an incentive for everyone, Visual Pony has broken a vow and has promised to read and record Fallout Equestria, Murky number 7, should the monthly support reach $1,500. To be clear, this is the absolute minimum amount needed to keep the apartment and all bills paid without starving, while a production of this size is ongoing. The estimated time for this production would be 3 to 4 years, but people already said that Project Horizons was impossible to do, right? And now look who did it, so with Pony&Wolf, you know we can finish the job. For further information on how to support us, please have a look at the description of this video, as there are also other ways, like our merch store. Sincerely and forever yours, your Pony&Wolf team.